The Sneetches, read to you by Catherine. Go ahead.
Now the star-belly Sneetches have bellies with stars. The plain-belly Sneetches and nana-pond eyes. Those stars are so big they really they snow. They don't sing with them much at all. But because they are larger, or the star-belly Sneetches are big, they're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. And the beaches. Where the sniff in the air, they will sniff in the snow. And different to do with the plain bellies or whatever they mess up, and they were all walking. They were tight down past it without it even talking. Somebody with that. What is that?
Next page. When the star-bellied children
And have to play ball. And the plain belly game, not all. They only can play if the bellies had stars and the plain belly Sneetches and nana-pond eyes. Nana-pond eyes. Nana-pond eyes.
Don't touch. When the star-bellied Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts. Oh, God bless you. God bless you.
I bless you. And I bless you. They are nothing to do with the
When the star-bellied Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts,
marshmallow toast.
they never invited the plain-bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches.
Cool in the dark in the beaches.
They kept them away, never let them come near. And that's how they treated them year after year.
Can we the socks off it? Can we the socks off it?
Maybe. Then one day it seems, while the plain-bellied Sneetches
Open and alone on the beaches. And
just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars.
the plain belly
A stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. My friends, he announced in a voice clear and keen, my name is,
Professor Monkey McGee.
and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that.
And fix up Cappy.
I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work at great speed.
And I think with some guarantees. So quickly, so Buster make being put together. Very quick, peculiar machine. And he said, you want stars like a star-belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. $3 each. When they popped out, they
Wait a minute, you skipped a little bit. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard. So they clambered inside. Then the big machine roared.
And I found out about it, yes, but it's really big.
When the plain-bellied Sneetches popped out,
Stars, they actually did.
Caroline, hands off.
Stars.
Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties.
Good grief, going. Good grief. One of the ones that said the star, it's exactly like you. You can tell us apart.
You're cheating a little bit. Good grief, groaned the ones who had stars at the first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now how in the world will we know, they all frowned, if which kind is what, or the other way round? Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who, that is perfectly true. But come with me, friends, do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you..."
It's $10 each. $10 each. $10 each.
"Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely.
Quite nicely.
Quite nicely.
Quite nicely.
Then with snoots in the air they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. "We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you'd probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess.
On the wild screaming beaches, I be kept fixing up Sneetches. I've gone on again and again and again. For the machine, they went on back again. Changing the stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. From tonight, belly's turning with this one or that one. Or that one is. This one was. That one was. Who? A pear. Oh.
Then when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up, and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say, that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon theirs. Thanks for reading to us, Katie Bug.